Hello, hi there, it's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, my friends. Thank you for finding some time in your busy day to join me for... This is a topic that I haven't really been wanting to touch because it is very politically motivated, politically charged, and I, for one, don't personally enjoy politics in my video games. I mean, like, you can have a nice moral or message or something, but when it becomes very obvious that your favorite game is shoehorning lots of politics and lots of weird propaganda into your game, it becomes really hard to ignore. And I'm, like, shocked that, like, bigger YouTubers or, like, whatever aren't actually talking about this. Maybe they're afraid to talk about it, too. I'm afraid to talk about it because I just don't like politics. I'm not necessarily afraid of the backlash. What we are trying to do here at the Jaded Rabbit is have a place for open discussion. I think it's okay if we disagree and we can still be friends, right? Like, there's no reason to be disrespectful. We can all respect each other's opinions. But yes, this is why I really didn't want to talk about it, because whenever talking about politics, people get offended, people take it personally, and you just can't deny it at this point. Mortal Kombat 1 is a very politically charged object in the forms of character design and what you're actually receiving in the story. How crazy. Before we get into all of the LGBT rainbow, I did want to share with you guys that NRS has no plans on when they're going to put in Titan battles. So if you are hoping for Titan battles sometime soon, don't hold your breath. Okay, oops, I thought I remembered. Okay, anyways. So it says here, I am sorry, okay, I should preface this. I sent a message to WB Games support. As you can see here, they have replied to me. But I sent them a message stating that I have wasted 400 hours in your game looking for the Titan battle. How do I get it so that I can finish the platinum trophy? This was my question to them. And so they respond back with this. I'm sorry for the confusion here regarding the Titan battle mode on Mortal Kombat 1. I understand how important it is to unlock a platinum trophy. To clear things up, this feature will be added in the future. However, I don't have an ETA for when this mode will be released. While I'm unable to provide a solution at the moment, I'll go ahead and forward your report to the game team for further review. Yeah, okay, so basically nothing's gonna happen because I sent a message to WB Games support. But I think it's very interesting that the standard response that they're giving me is that they don't have an ETA for when Titan battles will be released into Mortal Kombat 1. This is another cut corner for the game, right? Like, they couldn't even release the game with all the modes that you're supposed to get the trophy with. This is how they're keeping people playing this game. This is how they're trapping people into playing Mortal Kombat 1 by promising them a platinum trophy which will not appear until they decide to get their act together and release the Titan battle mode. What? Okay, anyways. So that off my chest. Mortal Kombat 1 is a game that is really lacking in so many fronts, and I think one of the harshest fronts that it is pretending to be inclusive of is the LGBT nature. If you're familiar with the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline, Mileena and Tanya are lesbians, apparently. And, like, full disclosure, I consider myself as part of the rainbow. I have smoked more sausage than a deli. So I think, like, I'm well apt to speak on this situation, Because NRS has really failed all of the gays at actually portraying realistic, believable characters within their game. Which is very shocking. Which is also why it's very angering that they then try to move on to characters like Janet Cage, which have no story, no background. Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it a they? What is the story here? Is it a gender bend? Is it a she? Or is it a trans woman? Like, I would just like to know. Like, the fact that they're shoehorning all of these concepts into the game, it should raise alarm bells for people. Because there is an obvious inclusion of politics within the game. And why are they doing this? What is the political agenda they're trying to push? And how are they trying to influence players by doing this? Which is, I think it's all very underhanded. So I have a number of articles and videos that we're going to be taking a look at because it's not fun. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey there, Martin. Sean, Eagles lost to Jets yesterday. Oh, no. Fire, it's not by force. Oh, no. Hey, Leo, coming in with the super chat. Love you, brother. Thank you. Rainbows. Thank you for the rainbow emoji. LGBT include is not by force. Right. If you want to include, I think that's a great idea, boss man. Whenever you want to try and include people of diversity for inclusionary purposes, it should feel natural. It shouldn't feel forced. So, the real politics with Mortal Kombat began with MKX. This is when Dominic Cianciolo, the story director for MKX, got involved with the game, with the franchise, and started making characters like Kung Jin. I don't want to believe that he made Devora or Collector. I really like Devora and Collector. But maybe he also made Kung Jin. Now, Kung Jin is quite a terrible example of an LGBT. He does not actually say that he is gay in the storyline. More so, it is implied. Nothing wrong with that, but for the purposes of inclusion in a AAA game, they include this gay character who can't even say he's gay. Okay, why? That's not the trend. People on TikTok are shouting it from the rooftops that they are part of the rainbow. But this is a scene from MKX where Kung Jin and Raiden have a little talk. Let me turn up the volume here so that we can all hear.
Blood of Kung Lao, descendant of the great Kung Lao, a common thief. Did you think you could walk unimpeded into my temple and walk out again without my complicity?
You wanted me to attack you. Why?
To release your anger, make you amenable to reason.
And make me feel like shit.
Self-loathing has always been an unfortunate part of your makeup. There lies ahead a brighter path, one that will truly honor your ancestors. One that is worthy of you. Go to the Wuxi Academy. Join the Shaolin, like Kung Lao before you.
I can't. They won't accept.
They care only about what is in your heart, not whom your heart desires.
Big problems. Big problems. So it's Kung Jin not even saying that he's gay. It's Raiden saying that Kung Jin has weird fetishes in his heart. And, you know, they're not even really explicit about it, not whom your heart desires. So Kung Jin, in his heart of hearts, he truly desires scalies, furries. This is what he really likes. There's no explicit explanation here. This is what they consider to be LGBT inclusion, and sure, some gays may be screaming from the rooftops. Finally, inclusion. But look at shows like Queer as Folk, trying to show homosexuals in a realistic setting. in realistic situations. Instead, they have Kung Jin here as a thief who comes to the to the Wuxi Elder God Temple. What is this place? Sky Temple. Comes to the Sky Temple to steal Raiden's medallion or some BS. So they have a gay character in the game. He's not even a good guy. He's a bad guy. What is that trying to say about gays? That they're bad? I mean, this is not written by a gay guy. It's written by Dominic Cianciolo, Mortal Kombat X cinematic director, Dominic Cianciolo. I always go back to that name. Please don't send him hate. I am not. These are public head figures for games, and he's even listed in IMDb, right? He's a pretty big wig at NRS. But you take a look
To put that
at his Twitters. His Twitters is full up of this political rhetoric. And if he feels like it's necessary to shove this on Twitter to virtue signal his opinions, what is he doing to the game? Nothing good, surely, because what he's doing is creating a bad gay character. Oh, that's not even to mention, like, I should have gotten this. I should have gotten this. This is what NRS thinks of lesbians, by the way. Ooh, sexy. Sexy. There was no lesbian kiss in MK1. At least MKX had the balls to give us a lesbian kiss. But what are they trying to say here, like, as a moral about their position about lesbians? It's used as a form of punishment. Being a lesbian will kill you. Like, what are the morals I'm supposed to be taking away from this LGBT inclusion in MKX? It's total nonsense. Total nonsense. And what's terrible is that it's not because they actually care about the LGBT that they're doing this kind of inclusion with Kung Jin or Mileena getting kissed to death. What they're doing here is trying to rake in those gay dollars. They're pandering to the gay audience so that the gays will spend their money on this game. Because honestly, NRS don't care about the regular Joe. NRS cares about the people who like Omni-Man. NRS cares about the people who like The Boys. NRS cares about people who like Dave Bautista and Megan Fox. NRS don't care about the people who like Jade or Sonya or Kenshi. They want those dollars. And that's why it's disgusting behavior to see them virtue signal with this inclusion in their games that's really meant to drive up profits. Okay, so the trend continues. There was politics in MK11. I'm not going to touch on all of the politics for MK11. There was a lot. But we're just going to talk about Mileena because this is how it fits into the LGBT.
With the hourglass won, my thoughts turned toward my sister. I was born from her flesh. We shared the same blood. I wanted us to be family. But she wanted me dead. I was not her twin. I was a monstrosity. How horrified she would be to know that I've used Kronika's power to take her place. Under my parents' adoring gaze, I ruled the realms as Conum of Time. My sister's friends, her lover, they cherish me. Katana is forgotten, her name buried in the
Please note we haven't reached any lesbian part of her character ending.
sands of history. Yet he
Oh, okay, here's the lesbian part. So, up until this point, Mileena is being depicted as a sadist. She killed her sister. She's a girl with no remorse. She's a psychopath. Mileena is depicted in true villain mode here. And then all of a sudden, she's a loving baby wife? Baby mama? How? How? How does this happen? How does a person who murders their sister then turn into a loving baby mama? It just don't make sense. The things don't make sense. There is a complete juxtaposition of ideas of kind and warm and cruel and dispassionate. And suddenly this is supposed to be good writing? Oh, yes, work, mama. Yes, work, queen. LGBT inclusion, right? Right? This is inclusion. Just nonsense.
Even I can't reign forever. Like all queens, I need an heir.
I wish that was a storyline in MK1 where Sindel did not want Mileena to be with Tanya because she needs Mileena to make a baby. She can't make a baby with a girl. So I would have liked that to have been a real storyline. But here, like all queens, I need an heir. So if Mileena needs an heir, she'll just steal the sperm from this guy, kill him, get a baby. It's just so weird. It is very weird. This is very strange.
Someone to carry on in my name and see my will done across the eon.
I thought Adinians live for thousands of years. Like, what on earth is she talking about that she needs an heir for eons? The story don't make sense. I know you can say that the story ending, it's not canon. I agree. It's totally not canon. But the fact that they throw in this nonsense garbage into character endings and they call it inclusion, it's not. It truly isn't. It's virtue signaling. This is hollow representation. Two-dimensional representation, where suddenly a lesbian goes from being a psychopath to a loving, caring baby mama. Do we not see problems with this?
Unlike my sister, my daughter regards me with awe and wonder. To her, I am no abomination.
And look at this Tanya. She's got Scarlett's haircut, and like, I don't know, she's okay, but I believe she's a woman. I don't necessarily believe that about Tanya in MK1. But I believe that this is Tanya, and I believe she's a woman.
I am perfection.
So they reused MK1 Mileena, basically. Or MK11 Mileena for MK1. They couldn't do the same for Tanya. I don't know, guys. This is not proper representation. Let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. God bless you. God bless you. Bossman, LGBT inclusion is not by... Oh, yeah, we got that. XBL, protect trans infants. Oh, my God. MKF, they failed with... They did not fail. They have Mileena and Tanya and had Kungjin. Well, we already went over Kungjin. MKF, if you missed that part. Kungjin was a failure. He's a thief. He's one note. He doesn't even say he's gay. Raiden is the one who reveals it for him. Once again, this is the only crumb that they throw for LGBT inclusion. And it's not a priority, so why include it? They're including it for money. This is the problem, MKF. Bishop, to be honest, we can get better things for MK than LGBT inclusion, just saying. Yeah, I would totally trade out LGBT inclusion if we could have a proper 2v2, a proper 1v1, proper lobbies, proper game modes, like proper breakaways, proper single player. There's so much missing from MK1, it's ridiculous. I would have rather that they take out all of the LGBT stuff. A Dreamin'. To be honest, I just wish there was custom gender for each character. LOL, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's maybe create a character where you can choose your own gender. Sure. Jeremy. Hey, Bishop, she goes both ways apparently, or part of the LGBTQ plus. Yes, part of the LCDHDTV. Yes. We are all part of it. Bishop, because she's the god of time. Crumbs are the best. Crumbs are the worst. They shouldn't even try. It's an insult when they try like this and fail so hard. They failed with the lesbianism of this Dvorakis. What are they trying to say? What are they trying to say with Kung Jin, who is closeted, versus most of the TikTok generation who loves to scream about their orientation and pronouns? It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. This thing with Tanya and Mileena being lesbians is a thing in MK11 makes no sense. Especially in the context of where it's presented in her character ending of killing Katana. Wonderful. So yes, here, we have an article, another article. Mortal Kombat 1 fixes the franchise's LGBTQ plus oh god. Anything past T, I'm just over. Representation. But is it enough? Mortal Kombat 1 is rebooting a lot of ideas underlying the franchise. The new world includes a queer romance. But does that make up for MK's past? I like that they couldn't even put an MK1 picture in here for talking about MK1. Very, very accurate. Okay, so yes, they say here in this article that the reboot of MK1 confirms Mileena's relationship with Tanya, but they must keep it a secret to avoid political consequences. Not even because they were lesbian, just because one's an Umgadi and one's a princess, and you're not supposed to associate with the Umgadi. It's not that you can't be lesbian. Like, it's not even a lesbian storyline. It's a political storyline. Everything about this game screams politics. The storyline addresses real-world issues associated with being in the closet. Lies. They're not in the closet. Where are they in the closet? The thing that's supposed to be the point of a contention in MK1 is the fact that they're Umgadi. So here we have... I love that the straights don't even understand what's going on. This is such a terrible game, with terrible inclusion, with terrible reviews. The reviews are lying. I just don't understand. So we have some cutscene created by, I guess a fellow Rainbow, who wanted to put Mileena and Tanya being quote-unquote roommates for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. I was actually considering doing the same thing, but I was pleasantly surprised that someone already made it.
You could at least tell me why they're here. What they've done.
State secrets. Not for
Nothing to do with Tanya or Mileena yet.
your ears.
Mileena and, like, her explanation of Tanya. Because she's talking about her roommate.
Yes, princess.
Fetch us water, please.
Fetch us water. Smitten stare. LOL, guys reading too hard into it. This is not enough to communicate lesbianism. Just a stare? They don't even say that they like each other. And it's her job to go fetch the water, bitch. Go get the water. That's your job. You're an Umgadi.
As you wish.
As you wish. God. God. And, like, some of the gays, like, person who made this video, he's trying to read into it the things I would do if I weren't on duty. His imagination is better than the story presented. Which is why we're using this video. I think his imagination is definitely more inclusive and more of a well-written story than what we actually got in MK1 regarding lesbians. Have they not seen the L word? Come on now. Have they not seen, queer as folk? Wait, did Miranda turn gay in Sex in the City, or was that in real life? I don't remember. I'm not sure if in real life, if the actress who plays Miranda from Sex in the City turned gay. Whatever. I just can't remember. And see, this is supposed to be lesbian storyline. This look, she doesn't even look like she's like hot to get it on. She's got what? A squint? She's got dust in her eye? This is lesbianism? Come on.
Careful, sister. Entangled.
See, and this is the whole plot line. Careful, sister. Entanglements with Umgadi are forbidden. It's not entanglements with Punani are forbidden. It's entanglements with Umgadi. It's not even a lesbian storyline. What is this? What is this about? It's terrible. They want a gay character? Have them say they're effing gay. Have them do gay kiss. Have them have gay romance. But what is the romance that we get in this? What is the conclusion? Well, we're going to
Romance with Umgadi are forbidden. You know their vows. Who told you?
You know their vows. I like that Katana and Mileena, this scene is all, like, this is the most that they talk about lesbianism in MK1.
No one.
And it's not even between the two lesbians, it's between the sister and the sister.
I have eyes.
Actually, Katana, like, if you didn't spell it out for me there, I wouldn't have known that they were lesbos. Because no one's saying anything. No one's doing anything that would imply lesbianisms.
As to the snakes at court who would cheer your downfall.
And they talk about the snakes who would court her downfall. At this point in the story, they haven't even addressed that topic. We haven't even seen this unseen force that wants to take down Mileena. This is all happening off screen. Terrible, lazy writing. This game is so tragic.
Umgadi's rules are ridiculous.
And you can change them when you are Empress. For now, you cannot jeopardize your ascension.
Oh, is this where she puts her hand on her shoulder? This is probably like one of the most lesbian parts of the story, too. I'm surprised that they're so little. Yeah, I thought there might have been more. Someone always has a serum for her. Oh, because Tanya's the one who wields the booster dose? Oh, yeah. Great. Look at the lighting on the hair. It looks so weird. Grabs her hand. This is the most lesbian, right? Not like a hug, not an embrace. Like if they couldn't give us a kiss, not even a hug. This is the most lackluster, lukewarm romance. Lesbians, when they get involved, they're moving in. They're building IKEA furniture real quick together. But these ones, like, this is like one of those girls who thinks that she's bisexual until she finds the right dick. Like, this is what I'm sensing. It don't seem genuine. What was Alan's first girlfriend? Anne Heche, right? Yes. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to leave a like. 18 of you here. Let's get 18 likes. Bishop. Eventually y'all will get satisfied. What? Sentinel, we'll get satisfied when we get the whole pastry. Crumbs never satisfy, and by the time we get the full game, most of us will be on to other things. Totally true, Sentinel. This game is so bare bones in terms of its story, in terms of gameplay, game modes, matchmaking. There's so many things wrong with it. All of us are going to be playing other games, if not already. Please. Oh my god. MK is a good game with tons of feats and love just because bad LGBT. Okay, you know what? We'll just put you. Well, if you please be kind. Please be kind. Lovely. Sentinel, I have played enough MK1 with drip-fed content that I'll be burnt out of MK1 and probably be playing Tekken 8 or Spider-Man. Yeah, I've already gone back to MK11. You know, I'm playing Street Fighter 6. There's not enough things to do in Mortal Kombat 1 besides what? Combat League? Great. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, let's continue onwards. So, where is this lesbian story going?
Praise Argus. Thank you. I am in your debt.
No, Your Majesty. There can be...
I'm kind of confused as how this guy has more than a minute for this lesbian romance in MK1. Because it really feels that there's, like,
No
nothing.
debt.
There was the hand-holding, and there was the Katana Mileena conversation.
Between
That's
friends.
it.
I am glad she is safe, and that our
How can they not suspect there's something more? Because the problem isn't that they're lesbians. The problem is that they're Umgadi, and I don't think they particularly care either way. This is just another hallmark of bad writing in this game.
conflict has ended.
It is paused, not ended. Li Mei has earned my goodwill. Whether you do remains to be seen.
Yes, they do. We should split up.
Okay, is this a lesbian cutscene because the two of them are there? What? Why is this? Oh, is this where Tanya gets her rib broken? And she's useless? Oh my god, I'm so glad that they kept in this part of the cutscene, actually. Look at them run. The running animation looks terrible. Let's put it on 0.25 speed. Look at how they run. Nothing is fluid. They look blocky, chunky. Fabric is not moving as they run, so it looks like a shell of plastic covering their body rather than cloth or fabric. When it's skin tight, there's no problem. But look how Tanya runs. Her head don't move. People's head move when they run. Okay. The animation is so hastily done in this game. Everything is hastily done in this game. Especially when you get to chapter 15, you'll really notice that the animations are moving really chunkily, blockily. As well, like, the particle effects, they're just, like, straight up lines or rectangles, as opposed to something realistic with jagged edges. Okay, oh...
Stay behind me, princess.
No, we fight together.
Is that lesbianism? Was that a sign of romance? Really? No, we fight together. That's all she could say. We will die together, my lover. Like, give me some more words. This inclusion is just so... It's clear that they don't actually care about the LGBT. What they care about is trying to rake in those LGBT bucks. They want those dollars. Do you see this? Someone at NRS animated this. They animated a ribbon giving Mileena a wedgie. Do you see that? What a waste of resources. Honestly. Why did they need to animate this?
What's wrong? My ribs. They may be broken.
Oh my god, are they gonna kiss? No, they're not. And once again, I love this like over enthusiastic game with all of the subtitles he's putting in, because I really feel like the subtitles make it way more gay than it actually is. You dare hurt my woman. Could you believe if Mileena said that line? It would have been way better. Honestly, the fan fiction is way better than the crap that we're getting in the actual story.
Help me up.
No, Tanya, stay down. This time, I protect you.
No, Tanya, stay down. This time I protect you.
This time.
I feel like she could have said something kinder than stay down. No, Tanya, rest. No, Tanya, don't worry, my lover. Don't worry, my love. No, Tanya, stay down. Like, that's what police people say to people when they're getting arrested. Like, that doesn't read as romantic. Like, these people don't know how to write for lesbians. They don't know how to write for gays. They don't know how to write, period. The story sucks.
I protect you.
We are Ermac. It is pointless to resist us.
Come any closer, and you'll feel the points of my blades.
We are many. You are one.
You'll have no part of me, Ermac.
Amazing, Mileena. In another life, you could have been Umgadi.
Is that a lesbian romantic reference to talk about your job? I knew this one lesbian girl. She was a trucker. I can't imagine that she would have ever said as a pickup line to a girl, in another life, you could have been a trucker. The writing is so laughably bad. It's so bad.
I prefer this one, dearest Tanya.
We must leave. Quickly.
So, okay, she can walk with a broken rib? I mean, like that, I would be ballin'. I would not want to move. I'd be like, call me the ambulance. Put me on the stretcher. I'm not moving. I have a broken rib. But, like, she's walking? In fact, she's, like, hurriedly walking away? What kind of lesbian lover looks after their broken-ribbed partner like that? It don't make sense. None of this makes sense. This hairpiece in the middle of her forehead it makes no sense. You know what it gives me? Let's look. Shangela disco look. Yes, work queen. It's giving me very much disco challenge. Disco design challenge for oops, where is it? Disco design challenge. Where did it go? For RuPaul All-Star number 3. Do you see, like, she has like a disco like a vinyl record on her head. Just like Shangela. Actually, Shangela looks better. Shangela is more feminine. I do enjoy Shangela. But this is what it's giving me. Like, I don't know. There's just so much to not like about this game.
Mileena, wait.
Father?
So how is she meeting her father a lesbian moment? Am I wrong? Is her meeting her father a lesbian moment? Is she gonna introduce her father to her lesbian lover? Ugh, Ermac looks so ugly.
Father, is it truly you?
Yes, Mileena. This body was created from the living forest's souls. Mine was one of them. Your attack broke the spell that binds us. Now, I am in control.
Father!
Yeah, I thought her lesbian lover had, like, broken ribs. She just left the lover standing there. What kind of lesbian is Mileena? She don't care about her partner.
You are Umgadi, but not Li Mei.
I replaced her after your death, Your Majesty.
And fell for your daughter in the process. Honestly, the subtitles are way more funny and way more better than the writing in the actual game.
She left the Order rather than accept punishment.
Punishment? It was not her fault.
See, like, this isn't even about the lesbians. This is about Li Mei and, you know, the criminal injustice of blaming her for Jared's death. Really? Really? Like, they have to squish together so many storylines, they can't even allow one to breathe. The story is so poorly written, not only for LGBT inclusion, but just across the board. I'm not gonna make a story critique. I don't have it in me. But yes, definitely the LGBT aspect of it is very intriguing to me. So this brings us to current day situation. We are now facing facts that Kung Jin has been a disappointment. This is terrible representation of a homosexual. He's a thief. He can't even say he gay. There's no storyline. It's all implied. This was all done to virtue signal so that NRS could milk the gays for the money. This is what they're doing. They're milking the gays for the money. God. Then they throw in this questionable lesbianism in MKX. It doesn't paint a pretty picture for what it means to be a lesbian. Nor does MK11's character ending for Mileena, where Mileena turns lesbian suddenly. A loving mother, even though she's just a sadist and wanting to ruin the universes. Great. Very great. But in MK1, I think, like, the climax of Tanya's relationship can really be summed up with this, like, one particular moment. It's just this one particular moment where Tanya rests her hands on Mileena's shoulder. This is the best it gets for LGBT inclusion, right? This is 10 out of 10, right? This is the best. Obviously. Best for gaming. Best for the game. It's really disgusting how they're really pandering to gay people just to get their money. Wake up. NRS is just a business. They're really trying to milk people. Yes, but what's happening now? Kombat Pack 1 has been revealed. There has been a lot of talk about Janet Cage. Yes, Janet Cage is a thing. So if you recall from chapter 15, before you select your fighter, the last thing that you see is Janet Cage. Yay! The first trans character in Mortal Kombat 1. Yay! Wonderful. What is this? Is this a girl? Is this a boy? Or is she trans? She's trans, right? She's a trans woman. This is the first trans character that they cooked up for MK1. Do you know what the first trans leader of Miss Universe looks like? This is the first trans leader of Miss Universe. She's effing beautiful. This is the first trans woman to lead Miss Universe. And instead, this is our first trans character in MK1. Okay, let's do another example. So this is Attila the Hun, gender bent into a beautiful trans female. He is a very beautiful woman. Please tell me how this is not pretty and beautiful. But where is the beauty on this Janet Cage? They are purposefully making these characters all across the board. It don't matter. They don't look right. None of them look right. The men look too girly. The ladies look too manly. And this is their idea of the first trans character. A character without voice acting. A character without a story. A character without any development. This is their first trans. Applause, right? Lady Gaga applause, right? This is how we should be feeling. No, this is them milking money out of the LGBTs. And you know, some of the LGBT will be so happy with this. But this is also propaganda pushing. This is also political pushing. Why? It's in the news. I don't really want to go into what they talk on the news about trans and gays and rights and laws and blah blah blahs. But it's all boiled down to money. This is all based on money. So people invest in companies, buy their stocks, if they are socially responsible. This is a huge thing for businesses, because if you don't have a good ESG score, you're not going to get a AAA rating from credit bureaus when you are being loaned money, or if you are being assessed, for the purposes of getting loans, etc. So companies must pander to the LGBT in order to have a high ESG score. And it doesn't matter how they make this inclusion. It could be a terrible lesbian kiss. It can be terrible kung lao. Or it could be a sadistic... Oops. Where did it go? Or it could be a sadistic Mileena who then becomes a baby mama. They are going to make these terrible choices for their story so that they can boost their ESG scores. This is what happens. This is what WB has been doing. WB and NRS. NRS isn't a publicly traded company, but WB is. And they have to have all of their ducks in line by following ESG. What is ESG? Okay, before we get into it, let's see what you guys are saying. Anna, Mileena and Tanya are my absolute favorite duo. Very nice. Martin, Johnny and Kenshi are my Are we making ships? Ships are nice. Northern Star and Ermac, the two have an arrangement and share a body. Lee seems obsessed with Sindel. Definitely an undertone there. Maybe Northern Star. I wonder if Mileena grew that baby in the flesh pits, lol. Maybe that's where she found the baby. Sired, hey, remember me? Hello, Sired. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out. Alright, so maybe if you're not familiar, but for investing in companies need to be worried about what their credit rating is. AAA is the best. You want to have that high score. And a huge factor of it is ESG. So ESG is broken down as such, or you may also know it as DEI. Diversity, equity, and inclusion? I don't know. Environmental, social, and governance scores are an essential tool for investors to assess a company's sustainability and ethical performances. These scores typically range from 0 to 100, with a score less than 50 considered poor and more than 70 considered good. Very interesting. What does that really mean? So ESG is really trying to look for companies that reduce their environmental impact, look to be more inclusionary with social issues like more women, more people of color, more gender diversity and sexual orientation inclusion, as well as their ability to oh yes, shareholders, business ethics, all of this stuff. This part doesn't really matter. I don't think these companies are so ethical, but definitely they are virtue signaling because it's in their monetary interest to do so. So they must show that they care about the environment. They must show that they care about diversity. And this is the only reason why LGBT has been included into Mortal Kombat. Let's be honest here. Mortal Kombat is a game about fighters. It doesn't need a story. It just needs a good beat 'em up action. It's not based on the story. And looking at the story that they have provided us in this game, it's clear that they can't write a story. Nor write a story that's respectful of the community that they're trying to include. Who can be satisfied with hand-holding and tentative stares? That really mean nothing because all of the people on the roster have this crazy mode of facial animation. It just doesn't make sense. So this is how they're getting these games articles to say that Mortal Kombat 1 fixes the franchise's LGBTQ plus representation. But it's not enough. It isn't enough. This doesn't fix anything. This doesn't make it more representative, more inclusionary. It just makes it more pandering. It's an insult. I think for anyone who can see this, it's an insult. And to think that this is their first trans character, she has no speaking roles, and she looked like that. When Miss Universe trans president looks like this. Or how about we do like RuPaul first trans winner, Carrie Colby. Like she is, or not Carrie. What's her name? Oh my god, I forgot her name. Sasha. How did I forget? Sasha Colby, beautiful. Look at her in this bikini and bra and panty. It's very beautiful. But she's the first trans winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. Always went to gays. This is their first trans winner. She's beautiful. She does the drag illusion well. This person ain't fooling anyone. This is a guy who has a little bit of man boobies and has grown out hair and a ponytail. AKA just like an average regular guy. I'm just shocked that this is what they're considering as inclusion. And for a cameo to then be swapped from Johnny Cage to Janet Cage, it's really a clear sign that NRS don't give a fuck. They're gonna say, oh, you thought you were getting Johnny? Well, too bad. When you pulled down when you thought you were getting Johnny, you're actually getting a girl. She be trans. This beautiful girl that you thought you're getting, she's actually got a 10-inch dick. Right? Like this is how they're fooling people. And it's all going back to this ESG practice of trying to be more what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're really trying to display how diverse they are, right? Like, there's no white people. The white people are villains in MK1. It's all a bunch of Asians. And the women are lesbians. Like, this is what they're trying to do. It's politics. It's politics. Plain and simple. They're putting politics into the game instead of actually doing things that matter in the game. Like making an invasions mode that's actually fun. Like making an invasions mode that actually runs properly. Let's see if I can find my... Because, like, I don't know. Are you guys not seeing the same stuff that I'm seeing? The game don't run. It don't work. It don't walk. It don't run. It don't crawl. Do you see this? It's creeping. It's creeping at 17 frames per second. Instead of actually caring about designing a working game, they cared about pushing LGBT issues into the game. And not at all successfully. Not at all successfully. This is your first trans character. She has no background. She's just a dimensional time traveler clusterfuck situation, along with all of these other characters in the background. None of them matter because they're all from different dimensions. Right? This is great. I really struggle to see the good things in this game because there is so few. So here we have another gender bend situation. We've got Ermac. But it's Lady Ermac. Why is this not Scarlet? Did they forget that they did have Lady Ermac and she was created in MK9 as Scarlet, as a beautiful, sexy female? What is this? What is this Ermac? What is this Lady Ermac? They could have made her so sexy, right? Like, look at Sasha Colby. Look at trans lady from Miss Universe. She is beautiful. Look at all of the gender swaps from the Fate franchise. They are all beautiful, right? So, like, why are we getting no beauty? Like, they are trying to portray that standards are supposed to be like this. You're supposed to accept ugly females, impossibly beautiful men. It's virtue signaling. I just can't. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Kasich, I can't see why they have to mess with existing characters. They just have no new ideas. If they want to do that, make a brand new character where it fits. Oh my god, such a great point. I'm so sorry I didn't touch on that before. But yeah, like, this is their first trans character. She has no story. And to add insult to injury, she's a reskin of Johnny Cage. Like, they couldn't even make a brand new character. NRS is running out of original ideas. Recycled gear pieces and skins from MK11. Recycled faces and body models from MK11. Everyone's looking like twinks. It's just so shocking how bad it is. How bad it is. Sentinel, Janet has a little what? Stinatonin, do they think like every trans woman is a guy with a gyno? There is like so many passing trans women. Why does the character look like that? Great point, Stinatonin. Do you know Candace Kane? I mean, I love me my trans. I've been part of the rainbow. I have been part of the rainbow for a long time. And they're trying to fool us into thinking that trans is not beautiful. That trans looks like that. What does that look like? Please tell me, what does that look like? It's a self-insert character for Stephanie Brownback. This is what it is. This is what it is. I can't. I can't with this game. It makes me cry thinking about this game. Literally, it makes me cry thinking about this game. But I feel like they took inspiration from their trans developer, Stephanie Brownback, and they put her into the game. I didn't want Stephanie as a playable character. Give me Sasha Colby in a bra and panty. She at least looks so sexy. So sexy. Look at Sasha Colby. She's so pretty, right? Like, I don't understand why they do this. And they're really trying to, like, I think this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make young men like ugly trans ladies and ugly ladies and force onto them an ideal that is not achievable, because who on earth is looking like Johnny Cage with that kind of body as an average dude? They are pushing impossible beauty standards, not only for the females, because average females, my regular friends, they are more beautiful than the characters that you find in the game. Why? Why do they purposefully make these women ugly, make the men look like gay twinks, and they call it gender diversity inclusion? It's wrong. It's pandering, and it's only for milking the gay dollars. Whatever. Al, Janet Cage, as far as I'm concerned, is a cisgender, gender-bent cage woman. What? She doesn't look like a woman. I don't think it's okay to assume for a woman to be trans just because she's muscular. No, she don't look like... No, this is part of the LGBT. I'm pretty sure she's trans. I don't think that they were trying to create a woman. Because, yeah, Tanya's more believable as a woman than her. She has an Adam's apple. Am I not seeing this? Are we looking at different things? Please look closer. This is a trans woman. And even if she's a woman, the trans women are looking better than her. Look at Miss Universe President. She's so goddamn sexy. I love the way she talks. Women. That's how she says woman. Women. Actually, you know what? Let's find a little clippy of it. Trans leader, Miss Universe. She gave a wonderful speech. Me and my mom watched it, and she's like, she's a wonderful woman. Oh, maybe she talk here.
Into power.
Is that a message you want others to hear?
That's right. Gain your own strength.
Yeah, she wonderful. I love her. Look how much she donate. And look how much she's rich. Oh, she's
but would
so
love to
pretty.
encourage the people who is running the country, the government, to see the essence of having the money from tourism. And
whatever she says, I'm buying. She's so beautiful, and I love that she kept her man voice. It's so nice. I love her, but yeah, I don't love this. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Okay, so you assume Janet is trans and that she doesn't look like woman. No, I'm trying to say that the trans women look more like woman. Wait, all women and men have Adam's apples, do they? Intriguing. LOL, Inge. If you disagree, you know where the door is. you can find it yourself. But yeah, no, we can agree to disagree. But this is a self-insert character for Stephanie Brownback into the form of Janet Cage. This is they've done self-insertions before in MK11. Do you not remember Shang Tsung's gear pieces from Kombat Pack? You have Kyrtsekian leather, Brownback's stolen souls, and what was the other one? Dinesh left the company. Big surprise. But the devs insert themselves into the game constantly. If you don't accept that, go check out MK11. Wait, you know what? Maybe we can even find... Yes. Let's get the gear list. This is what happens when you're a nerd. Like me. I know all the stuff, babes. These people don't want to know all this stuff. So look here. Ancient scroll. Brown back dragon spells. Self-insertion. Do you see it? Do I need to make it bigger for you? Brown back dragon spells. Proof. Positive. That they self-insert themselves in here. Danish Deadly Charms. He's an animator. He left the company. There's also another one. Oh, I think it's a collector gear piece. Let's go to collector. Actually, I'm not sure if this one will have it because it is a combat league. Or maybe it's not. Cure. Oh yeah, I don't think it's here. Satchel? Okay, so we have to get another list. Lots of lists, babes. How don't you know these lists? Go to these lists. They're really useful. Yeah, take a look at this. Kurtzikian leather. They put themselves into the games. Do you really think that's not true? They've been doing it for a long time with Dan Forden and Toasty. Babes, check yourself. Inge, nobody is arguing they aren't self-inserting. Oh, they are self-inserting. I'm not calling them out by their looks. I'm calling them out by their facts. Janet Cage isn't as pretty as the trans leader for Miss Universe, isn't as pretty as the gender-bent characters from other games, isn't as pretty as Candace Cain, isn't as pretty as Sasha Colby, who won Drag Race. Please, if they're going to make a trans character, if they're going to make a woman, why can't they make them look sexy? Why can't they make them look feminine? It's because they're pushing a political agenda. They're trying to appeal to the LGBTs and rewrite beauty standards. Women are supposed to look like men, angry, and dudes. Dudes are supposed to be impossibly beautiful. It's all part of this ESG. Babes, it's here in black and white. This is from Investopedia, telling people how to invest their money. You have to look for a company that is socially responsible with a good ESG score. This is important for the casual investor who is investing with their stocks, investing into stocks. But it's also important for when these big companies want to get a credit rating, and they want that AAA credit rating. There's only Reddit? Oh, why does it say Reddit? Credit rating. Oh, that's why. Okay, so yes, if you go to more investor information, companies are trying to get AAA ratings whenever they're seeking out loans for projects. And a huge portion of those AAA ratings is the ESG score, right? So you have AAA, you've got AA, you've got A, triple B, double B, B. So you need a good ESG score to get a AAA credit rating so that you can get a loan so that you can make Mortal Kombat as a game. That's how these businesses operate, babes. It's all politics for money. They don't care about the LGBT. Wake up. Wake up. Realistically, Frame is possibly, if you take creative and get godly AB genetics, then you could show up despite a high BF. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. YUFAX, what is this? I agree. What is this? Ale, I agree with Rabbit on this one. Women have been absolutely kept out of the femininity, especially in MK. Just look at the outside world, babes. Totally agree with you, Ale. You'll see femininity in your mother more so than this game. I look at my mom, she's so pretty. I even look at my sister, who I don't particularly love. But she's prettier than the girls in the game. So, like, I mean, there's politics. Wake up, my friends. Don't go into this stuff blind, especially if you're part of the LGBT and you think that, oh, you can have Kung Jin as a gay in MKX and he's probably going to be stuck down our throats in MK1. Or you could have terrible lesbian kiss with Devora. Or you could have sadistic baby mama in MK11. Or you could have ginger hand holding in MK1. Yes, oh my god. Someone wave the rainbow flag because we've got representation finally. No, what we've got is a company pandering to us, trying to milk us for our dollars. So this is all just garbage. Honestly, this game is just amounting to so much garbage. There are problems with how it plays. There are problems with how the story is written. There are problems with Combat League. All of this game is really, really bad on so many fronts. I gotta go back to this. I wasn't making these videos to get views. I was making these videos so that I could delete them off my PlayStation 5. But, like, just look, proof positive. They don't effing care about the game. Game's running at 17 frames per second on my PS5. My PS5 about to explode. My PS5 about to explode. Oh, my word. Oh, yeah, and, I would like to go back to, Ingy. How dare you, Ingy? You calling me drunk because we have different opinions? Like I said, be respectful. You can totally disagree. At the end of the day, none of this effing matters because it's a fucking game. No one cares. Just go play something else, which is what I'm doing. But it's a game, so don't insult your brother or sister who is playing in your game, who is part of your community. Don't be a jerk. We can totally disagree, and at the end of the day, all be friends. But if you're not seeing what I have laid out for you here, as someone from the rainbow, as someone who has smoked more sausage than a deli, whose mouth, when it opens, every time a purse falls out. Like, please, come on now. And you know what's terrible is that I get comments like, "Oh, you sound as straight as a banana," which promptly get deleted. I giggle at them and then I delete them. But then I also get called a hegemonic masculine or a hegemonic male. What the F is a hegemonic male? Because I want... So I'm getting it from both ends of the political spectrum. The conservatives hate me. The liberals hate me. I am just not fitting in anywhere. And I am just trying to say NRS is a mother effing greedy company. Because they're shoehorning all of this political ideals into the game for their ESG. And once again, if you need proof positive, like, go look at Dominic Cianciolo's Twitter. This is best example I can think of how you can tell that this game is a political game. Because the guy who wrote the story for MKX, MK11, and MK1 has so many different political ideas and beliefs, and he wants to push them onto people via his Twitter. I may have my own personal beliefs. But besides a God bless you, and I'd love to see some sexy men, I don't really push my ideas on people. I don't. But besides those two things, you know, that's about it. But this guy has got a laundry list of things. And you know what's terrible? He's just a straight old white guy. And he pretending to care for blacks. He pretending to care for gays. He pretending to care. He don't care. He care about that dollar. He care about that money, honey. That's all NRS cares about, and that's why they made this game in such a terrible state. Because all they wanted was the dollars for the quarterly shareholders earning conference call. Please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me there's something else in this game. But there's not. I would love to know. Oh, wow. Okay. No, I called you a jerk for calling me drunk. What kind of comeback is that? LOL, Inge, we can all have our opinions about what people look like. I did not call her ugly. Note that. Note that. I said that she's a self-insertion character. Ale, I hope that we see more gender-bent versions. They are super unique and fun to watch. I would personally like to see more. I would love to see more gender bends, but done in a more, efficient manner. Like, I don't need it to look like this. I need it to look like this. Or like this. Like, just make it look better. Also, I would need it to have a real story. The whole entire cameo system is garbage. All of those characters should have been playable. And to have these quote-unquote cameos, they don't even fit into the story. They're just dimensional time fucks who somehow wandered into our timeline. Put a story into the game. The guy who wrote the story for the game is just phoning it home. He don't care. Whatever. Speed Demon, facts. Yes. I'm just talking facts. I am not putting my opinion super hard on this. I mean, like, I think my opinion would be more gay. Would be more sexy naked men. These are my opinions. But I don't want them in the game like that. I want a good story. I want proper representation. Like what they did with all of the dudes looking like gay twinks. The whole gay community don't look like that. You've got bears, you've got otters, you've got twinks, you've got daddies, you've got subs, you've got doms. There's a whole variety, right? They don't all just look one way. But it's because it's not honest. It's not genuine. That inclusion is not genuine. Okay, anyways. Kasich, if they are going to make lesbian scenes, they should at least go in on it full on and give us some good lesbian action to watch. We saw Johnny and Sonya kiss in MK11. I don't know if you guys remember that. But there was a scene where Sonya and Johnny kiss. I wonder if we'll find it. Oh, yeah. I found it immediately. Do you see it? So they give us kissing in MK11 because it's straight. They're heteros. It's normal, right? We can't have that in MK1 with Tanya and Mileena, right? Not even this? Never? Like, so many times it would have made sense to actually have them kiss in the storyline. Like here. Well, maybe not in front of their friends, but maybe when they were like here. Protective girlfriend vibes. Like, it would have made sense to have them kiss here. But there's no kissing, because the game doesn't want to actually go into that territory, because it's all virtue signaling. Speed Demon. They had cameos in the story, sorta, but I think they kind of forced it. You mean Darius, who had no lines? You mean Serena, who said absolutely nothing and just appeared in cutscenes? Okay. Yeah, sure, they were in the story. Okay, yeah. Speed Demon. Male Ashra is Raiden because Ashra is originally female Raiden. Yes, gender bending all the way around. Full circle moment. Okay, anyways, so this was my 2 cents on LGBT inclusion. It's terrible. It's money hungry. Just like everything else in this game. Wonderful times. If you enjoyed this video, if you agreed or disagreed, I would love to hear from you what you think about this nature of LGBT inclusion, making the trans characters look like this when we know full well they look like this. Right? What is this? I would love to know. Also, please do consider supporting the channel by joining the Jaded Bunny fam. You get access to all of my secrets and glitches for Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 11, family-only PvP events, special birthday gift. Yes, if you would like all of the secrets, please do join. Much love to our newest brothers in the fam, including David Dillman and Leo. Love you guys. Thank you for joining. Also, much love to everyone else, including Fox the Fiend, Terrence Rogers, Rehan Munchinpuss, Brian, Kari Lessie, Anthony G, Angel, Shoria Awashti, James Shea, Kalila Crenshaw, John Feltner, Charlie Ravens, John Lee, John Clark, Danny Slaw Energizer, J4, GCXBU Gaming, Styles, Cara D, Kokomet Joe, AG Miller, Coffee Gamer, Lucy Little Thunder, Boots Alexander, Jonah, Eric, Blood Ferox, Glowy, Chaka Corn, Michael K, Airy, Darkside, Trokar, Mark, Danny, O Gamer, Michael G, Swishbish, Ilkid, Snoopy Blind, FGC, Albus Christus Mortis, Yuri Erdem, Calum, JJ, Dr. Eggman, Alina, Acenonics 85, Alan, Ciderem, Ragnar, Rian Chaos, and Queen Mileena. Yes, thank you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really does keep me alive here. Oh, wow. Okay, let's make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. Ale, yeah, I know that she was conceptually born out of Raiden, but this Ashra as a man could be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, the gender bend is like full circle moment. Interesting. But yes, love you guys so much. I hope that you're enjoying all of the LGBT love out there in the world. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.